All right, let's go into our last topic.
Cool.
I just want to talk about. I was having a discussion with somebody recently about PvP,
Okay,
player
yeah.
versus player, and I wanted to get your guys' thoughts because we all played World of Warcraft for a long time, and we certainly played a lot of PvP, and we play a lot of PvP now today. And I wanted to get your thoughts on what made World of Warcraft's PvP so special. What was good about it?
Now, I didn't have as much on that as probably you guys. I did it just for a very little bit. But from what I did, it was kind of cool, like the big arenas. You know, I can't remember how many people, how many.
It was 2, 3, 3v3s or 5v5s.
No, this is like the bigger ones.
The battlegrounds.
battlegrounds.
Okay, yeah, the battlegrounds is what I did. I didn't do actual PvP like arena style. I just did the battlegrounds, which I thought were pretty well done, pretty cool. You had like little camps and everything that you had to kind of hit up and stuff. So,
I guess World of Warcraft was my second MMO really that I got involved with. So, like EverQuest was my first one. World of Warcraft was really my second one, and I stayed with it for 6-7 years, something like that, whatever it was. And I guess it hadn't yet had a lot of other experience in other MMOs at that time to like know what I could be comparing to. So it had a really big impact on me because like when we go to try to play World of Warcraft now, like vanilla and stuff like that, it's got a really awesome feel. It's got different stuff, but at the same time we can see where all like there's so many flaws, and those flaws weren't existent back when I was playing for the 6 years. Because really it was just like that, you know, that environment only. Now that it's like what at that time I would say it was like there was nothing else out there, like the BGs, the battlegrounds, different stuff like that. Like I hadn't experienced other things that were like that, similar to it, because all I was doing was the WoW, and it was like that was huge for me, especially for PvP, because it was like it allowed so many different people to come together. Like what I do nowadays, like Battlefield, where you get to bring a whole bunch of people together. BGs was that for me. It was the first time I got to experience that kind of like play style, and for me, I loved the PvP.
Yeah.
Like I love PvP way more than playing PvE because, and this is and I'm just noticing this right now in the Division community, is that a lot of people don't like to go PvP in the Division community for whatever reason. They don't like to go rogue in the DZ. They like to kill stuff. Dude, Matu. Not just Matu, dude. There's like a big community of it, and they don't like to go rogue and go PvP, and I don't understand that because I love the PvP aspect because it's challenging. You're playing now against another opponent, another player who might be just able to destroy you for all you know, and being able to prove to yourself if you beat them like how that you're a better player is a cool aspect to me, where the PvE is always never really challenging as like when I play a PvP. So that always intrigued me too, which was kind of the first time I was starting to experience that, because EverQuest really didn't have a huge PvP community, where WoW did have like half the game was focused on PvP, you know, is what I felt, and half was PvE. So that was big, and that community play too of the BGs was like, it was totally new and felt awesome because you can bring a whole team together to be able to play. And I felt like my experience was probably a little different than other people because we actually ran as a group often. So it was like we had coordination going back when we would run in there for Warsong Gulch, and we know exactly what each person was going to do. So probably led to a better PvP experience than others that were just kind of like, nobody's communicating, but still going out there and trying to do the team thing without really the kind of team coordination.
Well, the PvP aspect of everything, I'm going to bring this back, Rocco, and you'll remember these days. In EverQuest, there really wasn't much of it, but there was a server that you can go on, and it was PvP. And there's certain ones that were like kind of the factions where, you know, you had certain groups that kind of mingled together and you could fight the other ones. But the one server these are my earliest PvP experiences, which I loved. You know, you would go onto the server and it's an MMO and you would sit there and fight other people. And it was so cool. And Rocco and we created names that were pretty much identical. And the thing was is that we used my brother's gamer name too, which is Bacchus, the god of wine. So
Bacchus and Bacchus or something like that.
Yeah. So we would run around and kill people, and it was so much fun. And the thing was is that back then, if you died and you didn't have something in a backpack, you lost it. Like the person could loot your shit.
Yeah.
So
all of it.
You like and you're about to die, so you'd go into your inventory and try to throw everything in there as quick as possible.
That's
and,
one thing I wish that WoW kind of incorporated, because it felt
Yeah,
like that got
hardcore
so
PvP.
extreme. Like, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
hardcore mode, you know? When
And
we
it-
first, those servers that you're talking about, Ian, they actually had that stuff in WoW too. And when we first started in WoW, we were a PvE on a PvE server. And then we all were like, screw this. We switched over to a PvP server where it was like, it was
Nice.
just, we went from 0 to 60 at the time. In a server like that, because it felt like it was so much more challenging. Like any freaking zone we walk into, we get murderlated, you know. And it was like,
Right.
it was just way harder to be able to play and to level up that way with a server.
I would
that-
complain
like
to
that.
Alan constantly about getting ganked. I'd be like, "This sucks. I can't believe this is blah blah." Like I would be so
But
mad.
it gives those people that opportunity, like we had done in that server with EverQuest, to be able to actually go out there and take somebody out if we wanted to. And with the PvEs, I felt like they limited you. But there's like we were talking about that community.
Right.
You know, people that are totally different in their aspect of how they want to play the PvP.
And I think that's kind of why we gravitate towards these MOBAs now. You know, it's a 5
Yeah.
versus 5 arena.
Yeah,
It's still like kind of a PvE slash PvP thing.
Highly saturated feeling of what the battlegrounds and arenas in World of Warcraft were for us, right? Because
Yeah, exactly.
now all of the fluff and excess stuff is taking out, and it's a hyper focus on just straight up 5v5 PvP.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
player progression is all the gears oriented towards that you get and that you accumulate. Like it's all of that just distilled in its purest form, and because a lot of the things that we ended up doing in World of Warcraft really came down to having that PvP experience. Instead of having to level a character up to 10 every year, 10 more levels every year and grinding for a ton of time just to engage in this PvP.
Just hop on for
Just
an hour.
hop on MOBA and get that same exact feeling, if not better.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
I agree.
and you have so many more options. Like you can play shaman 3 different ways, but there's probably 10 different types of shaman-esque characters in League of Legends, right? Like there's certainly like 20 different types of marksmen that you play.
Oh, yeah.
But there's only like 3 different ways you can play a hunter.
Now,
World of
like,
Warcraft.
and I like that too with the MOBAs. That's the other side of where I liked in WoW as well. So WoW's like, I guess you would say MOBA experience would be like the arena.
Yeah.
They take away everything else, and it's just you two get in there and go at it.
Right.
Now, the one thing I did like about the WoW that we were just saying, like, you don't have to do any leveling up, you don't have to get anything different, you can just buy your gear right then and there in the MOBAs. Where WoW is like, it could be a tad bit unbalanced, and I liked it because of the time and the effort that was invested.
But you still have
Right.
that in League because a person who's 30 and has all of their talents in runes is someone that's going to have a little bit of an advantage
Well,
over
okay,
someone.
yeah. So that's like a small way of looking at it compared to like if this guy did a raid or he's done 2,200 plus
Sure.
on arena points, he's got a significantly way better weapon. And in the MOBA, if you're 30 and 0, that guy's gonna have a better benefit because obviously he's got the perks and stuff. But items
Are
is
all
where it's
flat.
gonna really matter. Yeah,
But that's what makes that's what makes League of Legends an actual esport over the arena.
yeah, agreed.
Well, and think of this too. I'm
Yeah.
going to throw this out there. I actually just started playing another MOBA besides Smite. It's called Paragon.
Yeah,
And
what do you think about that?
It's actually, I've only played like 2 or 3 games of it. It's difficult. It's really cool. And what's nice is that you actually like unlock or like you get these cards that you can unlock items. So it's not just like you're in the game and you can buy whatever item you want. You actually have to already unlock them, and then you could purchase them in the game.
yeah,
Crazy.
So it kind of brings in both of those aspects of like, hey,
Tries
I
to
busted
tie it a
my
little-
ass.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And it brings in a random element too, that it's not like, oh, I just get this card. It's like, hey, you got 5 free cards here. You might get a nice one. So
How do you get cards? You unlock them via leveling.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Or do
Quite
you-
honestly.
it's very
I
important.
got
because
5 of them today. I was like, holy shit, let's
Getting
open
them from leveling will be extremely different than getting them from a mystery box. If you get a chest that you unlock every so often and you have a chance to get it, that's so much different than automatically getting it if you level or
Right.
grind. So I'm
Right.
very
So-
curious what they did with that.
I think they might have gone down 2 routes on that because I think my first win I got a few of the cards, and I think maybe every day you get 1 or 2 free. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
So, but I'm definitely interested in kind of looking into that a little bit more.
Yeah.
And
like
but
the
I mean, it's very comparable to Smite. With that third-party view, but it seems cleaner. Now, Smite, I definitely enjoy the game. It's pretty cool. But like when you're in a big fight, it just seems like you're spamming a bunch of shit
Yeah.
and trying to figure out what's going on a little bit. Within Paragon, you know exactly what's going on, and you can kind of like strategize a little bit better.
$60 price point of entry. I think
Is that what Paragon is?
for consoles.
There's two price points, but
Dude, you gotta get PlayStation 4. Like you gotta just get one so that you can jump in here with all of us. And we've been playing like literally.
I
every
can't
day.
even play games as it is
No,
now.
I understand.
So
but when
I don't, Rocco. Like, how long did it take you before you were able to jump back into the gaming life?
honestly, I think like 6 months.
Yeah.
Like,
So I still got like 3 months. 4
yeah,
months before I.
and then it
hop
gets
on.
like a little bit like slower, where you got maybe 40 minutes in between. I had to pick games that was like it can be completed underneath 10 minutes
Right.
to 15 minutes. Like that's the only game I could play because
Exactly.
that's my window.
Yeah.
It's like you only have 10-15 minute windows.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
is it gonna work right now? I mean, I could have 3 hours. I don't know. I could have 10 minutes. For all I
Exactly.
know.
And the worst thing would be is
Yeah.
like we play a League of Legends game or a Smite game, and I'm like, I gotta go.
You're committed, and you're like,
Yeah.
I gotta,
Yeah.
and you're like, no, you,
Not-
oh,
yeah,
God,
not
okay.
Which sucks,
Yeah.
but it's truth.
And that's what sucks about the PvP world is like my wife will be like, hey, can you come help me real quick? I'm like, literally just give me 5 minutes. But when I say 5 minutes, it's actually like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
think
I
she's
was
starting
gonna-
to catch on to that.
I was gonna say, so I do like that about the PvP mode is I think that it usually is shorter. I mean, it depends obviously what you're playing. So if you're doing League of Legends, like the 5v5, obviously that's gonna be something longer. But the PvP usually tends to be like if I do a round of Call of Duty or something like that, similar with PvP, it's like I can get that done in 10-15 minutes, like just kind of a quick round.
That's really true.
Where like almost all PvE things I feel like I experience are like going to be 40 minutes or longer always.
Maybe.
Like something.
If there's
It
save points
usually
in between-
depends. Like
Yeah.
the division. Well, yeah, if they got save points and it's like a solo thing and stuff
Yeah.
like that. If I'm doing a division, I'm doing a small mission usually that can get busted real quick. But if we want to division to do the incursion,
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
commitment. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and anything in WoW that I felt like was PvE, sorry, was a commitment. I felt like
Oh,
you were
yeah.
committed. Now you could obviously, if you're doing it solo, just drop out whenever you wanted to. But if you're doing things as a group, I feel like dang. And I could still PvP with the group and drop
I
out.
definitely wanted to pimp out though. Watch some of my Smite videos, guys.
Yeah.
On Loki. Because
Where can
I
they
mean,
watch
I'm
those videos, Ian?
You can go to youtube.com/themailsfromgamers. Boom.
Maelstrom Gamers
Right
channel.
Is it? Oh shit! Yeah.
I wanted to be the Maelstrom Gamers, but it was taken.
That's right. But I think I do a pretty good Loki. Like most of my videos, I at least have over a 1-to-1 ratio of kill to death ratio, but most of them are like, in the high teens with low deaths. So I think I can play.
And so you said Loki. Is this all like the word like based kind of thing?
It's
Is this
multiple mythologies,
okay.
except for
you
like
have-
Christianity, because that would be
Yeah.
weird. Plays Jesus.
Well,
well, that would be perfect then. It's just like
Moses.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
Well,
but they have like
Greek,
Egyptian and
yeah.
Greek
Oh, cool.
and
Chinese and
Oh, then I'll
Hindu and
definitely
stuff
like
that.
this game. I was like
It's-
raised off all that stuff.
Yeah.
I love
It's really
stuff.
cool, man, because like Loki, of course, you guys know Loki, but he's like a Shaco kind of type of character.
Yeah.
Stealth, and I murder bitches. That's pretty much what I do.
Murder bitches.
But it's cool. Like you can be Zeus, you can be
Boom shakalaka.
Thor, you can be all these like mythical characters that you sit there and hear all these stories and grow up with them, and it's just cool to actually play them instead of like a Shaco. or
Medusa
Zac.
is in there.
The guy they
Medusa,
made.
yeah.
That's
So
cool.
you can pick through all these guys, and I don't know if you guys ever
Hercules,
played.
Ares.
Remember Dynasty Warriors and stuff like that. Guan Yu is in there,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. So
Yeah.
definitely,
I'm gonna download that one.
It's free, man.
it's free.
That's
Yeah,
why
exactly.
I wonder
That's
about
the console
Paragon.
one.
If Paragon has a price point, I mean, the whole thing about MOBAs is that they're free, so you go in there. And
Right.
that's why I wonder. Blizzard can get away with it with Overwatch because they have the company name backing, and it's a pretty damn good game. But Paragon's new, and I don't
that's
know.
another one you could be playing with us on PlayStation 4 whenever you get on.
Mhm.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah,
Because we're gonna be getting on that one. I know
Oh.
that Alan said he wanted to do it on a PC.
Oh, well,
But-
yeah, we should do PC because
Dude,
we can all play on
with
PC.
PlayStation 4, I lag so much, way less than I do when I'm on that PC.
The problem
Sounds like
with
a personal problem.
PC, we didn't even fucking play Battlefield together. Star Wars
I could
Battlefield.
run it though. I bought
Yeah.
it and I can run it on my computer. Like I
Right,
tried to
no.
fire it up, and it was like I put it on all the lowest settings possible, and then the internet on top of it, nothing would go. I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
So then I
Didn't
bought
you
it
just
on
buy a new
PlayStation
computer
4.
too?
Yeah, but it couldn't. It was not. It was not a great one.
You need to build your own computer.
Gaming is
It
expensive.
really was the internet more than anything.
Uh.
It was just like it could not.
Are you
like,
plugged in directly to the modem with the internet?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, dude. You're talking about 4.5 megabytes like per second.
How does it not matter when PS4 is doing better than your computer? Like something's
Because
wrong.
it's got like servers or something like that. It's like it got to be a server situation. Like I don't know.
That makes
The upload
You're
too.
just
The upload,
naming things.
No, so the upload speed for me is.
It's gotta be a
0.2
It's gotta be a mainframe thing.
It has to be the flex capacitor. It has to be the flex capacitor.
gotta be the-
Yeah, it's gotta be.
It's
a
not
flex
running right.
It's the cords. It's a satellite signal. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's roots in the ground whenever I play
Yeah.
on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, they just like touch the roots and
Yeah.
just start sparks.
But when the
place.
from the PC, they don't like the roots. They're fucking.
Yeah.
They're just, I
Anyway,
don't know.
Ian, where else can you check all of our updates and stuff when we go live?
Twitter.
Yeah.
And Facebook.
That's right. And we have Instagram
boom,
when we're
boom.
taking pictures when Steve is on there and
Mhm.
doing that
He's
stuff.
taking
creeper.
half naked photos of
That's
his
right.
body. He's been working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He's just like,
if you guys feel like you want to support us for as low as $1, which
Uno dinero.
everybody seems to have these days, you can just throw us $1 for a month.
$1.
It'd be great.
$1.
You can go to patreon.com/maelstromgamers, or you can go to our YouTube channel, like Ian mentioned, youtube.com/the channel, and you can throw us a little bit as $1 and as much as you want, and anything is greatly appreciated. Like Ian said, there's free ways to support us too, which is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and commenting, liking, subscribing,
it.
all of those things,
Which is awesome.
which is
yeah,
very
definitely comment. Yeah.
Even
tell us
if
you're
you have
good.
to be a flat earther,
Yeah.
and at least it like gives us some
awesome.
feedback.
Or you like Trump, like whatever. I want to hear from you guys. It'd be interesting.
Whatever it is. yeah.
Whatever it is, yeah. You hate liberals, that's cool. I want to hear
build
what
our
you.
walls,
I
that
hear.
gets
I want to
cool.
hear what you hate.
You guys are assholes.
So, guys, this has been another episode of the Everything and Nothing Show. Like I said, each topic is its own video on YouTube, Monday through Friday. Full episode you'll see and hear on Saturday. So until next week, we'll have another episode for you. Keep thinking about everything and nothing. It's been an honor to entertain you. Peace and take care.
And wear man buns.
Adios.
Also,
And grow
don't wear
beards.
man buns.
So, like, EverQuest was my first one. World of Warcraft was really my second one. And I stayed with it for 6-7 years, something like that, whatever it was. And I guess it hadn't yet had a lot of other experience in other MMOs at that time to, like, know what I could be comparing to. So it had a really big impact on me because, like, when we go to try to play World of Warcraft now, like vanilla and stuff like that, it's got a really awesome feel. It's got different stuff. But at the same time, we can see we're all, like, there's so many...
And we certainly played a lot of PvP. And we play a lot of PvP now today. And I wanted to get your thoughts on what made World of Warcraft's PvP so special. What was good about it?
No, I didn't have as much on that as probably you guys. I did it just for a very little bit. But from what I did, it was kind of cool, like the big arenas. You know, I can't remember how many people.
Flaws, and those flaws weren't existent back when I was playing for the 6 years.
Yeah.
Because really, it was just like that, you know, that environment only. Now that it's like what at that time I would say it was like there was nothing else out there, like the BGs, the battlegrounds, different stuff like that. Like I hadn't experienced other things that were like that, similar to it, because all I was doing was the WoW, and it was like that was huge for me, especially for PvP, because it was like it allowed so many different people to come together. Like what I do now.
All right, let's go into our last topic.
Cool.
I just want to talk about. I was having a discussion with somebody recently about PvP, player
yeah.
versus player, and I wanted to get your guys' thoughts because we all played World of Warcraft for a long time.
How many?
It was 2, 3, 3v3s or 5v5s.
No, this is like the bigger ones.
the battlegrounds.
battlegrounds.
Okay, yeah, the battlegrounds is what I did. I didn't do actual PvP like arena style. I just did the battlegrounds, which I thought were pretty well done, pretty cool. You had like little camps and everything that you had to kind of hit up and stuff. So,
I guess World of Warcraft was my second MMO really that I got involved with.